Institut SHANTI is a private university established on the border, precisely in Bengkayang Regency, West Kalimantan. Its location at the western end of the Indonesian archipelago makes its boundaries directly adjacent to neighboring countries. On the northern side of Bengkayang Regency, we find the city of Sarawak, which is part of Malaysia. Although the location of the region is at the end of the Indonesian border, it did not discourage the founding father from building Institut SHANTI. It is on the Bukit Karmal road that the institution stands. As far as the eye can see from the direction of the highway to the ISB campus complex, our eyes will be spoiled by the vast expanse of such a beautiful landscape, with view of rice fields and oil palm and rubber trees. Arriving at the main gate of the ISB complex, we will immediately face the statue of Jesus, which was well quiet, large with outstretched arms, as if welcoming the arrival of the Civitas Academica of Institut SHANTI, and anyone who wants to get to know this institution more closely. On the left side of the main gate, there stands a church building named St. John of the Cross Church. It is not often that we find in Indonesia, in the complex of a higher education institution, a statue of Jesus and a magnificent and sturdy church building like at ISB. Apparently, the statue of Jesus and the church building are the outward characteristic of this institution. In the minds of Africa's parents, they immediately agreed that ISB is a Catholic campus that makes faith and love as the basic foundation in carrying out routines at the institution. Meanwhile, on the right side of the main gate, a very large auditorium building stands, firmly. The spacious courtyard and tall columns give the newly built building a majestic impression. Visible at the front, there is a pole that is quite artistic with carvings on the pillars of the building that are very interesting, giving a distinctive cultural touch, especially the Dayak culture of Kalimantan. The building, which was built of 2 floors, will be the center of all student activity. The first floor will be the center of service and community service, as well as the center of student creativity, while on the 2 floor of the auditorium there is a large enough room which in its utilization will be a place for student activity that presents students in large number, both academic and non-academic activity. In the center of the main gate, a 3-story building can be seen with the institution logo emblazoned in front of it and clearly read the writing that accompanies the logo, Rectorat SHANTI. This is the main building of the institution, in which there are important rooms of the institution officials, starting from the Chancellor Room, Vice Chancellor 1, Vice Chancellor 2, Vice Chancellor 3, rooms for lecture in management, entrepreneurship, elementary school teachers education, and informatics engineering, as well as room for ISB staff, director, vice rector, and lecturers carry out internal activity in the building, including conducting institutional meeting, lecture briefing, student guidance, and other activities activity that support the sustainability of the university. When we enter the institution complex, behind the rectorate building we can see a 3-story building, which is a lecture building. All students ranging from management, entrepreneurship, elementary school teacher education, and informatics, engineering study programs carry out the lecture process in this building. Boarding leave is one of the characteristics of Institut SHANTI BHUANA. There are not many public or private universities in Indonesia that have a strong integration between boarding leave and academic life on campus. ISB combines both and characteristic this institution. Inside the ISB complex, we find three-story building built in a row from the left side of the ISB complex. Entrance after the Church of St. John of the Cross. The three buildings, dominated by white and dark brown colors, are dormitories for ISB students. Like any other campus, ISB also has sports facilities that are no less complete. Behind the rectorate building, there is a large resources field that allows all students to do football sports there. Beside that, in the north, there is a very good and permanent futsal and volleyball field with a strong cement base. Students who have talent in the field of sports can pour their hobbies in each sport that has been provided by the institution.